Well, update for Bears Rod Shop BRS here. Then on November 23rd, last video was on November the 17th, last Monday, and went in and last week the chemo got put off, which would have been number six. Well, I got put off again because my blood test. And here's my receipt here for today, okay? Failed blood transfusions is scheduled for tomorrow. So I get handed from the lab this morning as I get over there to chemo. You can barely pull out Gerald Marcy, 1353. One sheet. It's always three. Two more sheets. Didn't pay attention until I get home and I go over and get cross-reference for blood transfusion at 7:30 in the morning. Lo and behold, I got a Mr. Pete Brown's, which is August the 23rd, 52, blood test in my hand. So I'm panicky. I called the clinic a while ago and I said, hey, Mr. Page saw me this morning and I've got Mr. Brown's blood work in my hand and everything is low as a goose. I know I feel bad. My color's bad. Are you sure? So they put me on hold. Yes, Mr. Marcy, that is a bad mistake on whoever the lab, well, it was the labs. Never done that before, so I'm not going to get irate with them. But anyhow, human error. I get Mr. Brown's. So I'm going to take them back to them tomorrow, and these will get shredded, and then I'll get my 2 copies. But by golly, if I'm not low, like I was on the 17th, and I get a blood transfusion, that $200 copay, somebody going to pay for that sucker. Because I'm already up to 800. I got 4 already. This is make number 5. Blood transfusions, $200 a pop on the old bear. So anyhow, things in the medical world do happen. We get a little concerned. I didn't flip my lid. Yeah. Still have hair. I don't want to flip it too hard because I don't want to lose any hair. That's pretty good with chemo. So anyhow, Dr. Page says no more chemo. I've got radiation this morning. 3 more, I'm done with treatments for right now. Then we go into the endoscopy and we're going to go into the PET scan coming in after I talk to my thoracic surgeon, Mr. Potkus, on the 30th. I'm sure he'll line up who he wants to perform those 2 with, or whatever next scannings are coming about. So I'm real sore. Last week I mentioned it's way up in here. I can't hardly swallow again. Feeding tube only. I did manage to get, this ain't gonna work talking very long. A little oatmeal down at my daughter's after we did our deal at the clinic this morning, and a cup of warm cocoa. I know, no sugar, but I can't stand tea and sure can't do coffee. About petered out on green tea. Yeah, it's healthy, they say, for me. But every once in a while, I got to have a break. And the cocoa, I got about a good half cup down. All right, so the world's still spinning, the bear's still vertical, and this is this week's update. I've got to try to get my blood built up. Definitely got to gain some weight. 186 pounds the other day, 189 this morning, up them 3 pounds. But it's hard to tell. I had jogging pants on, that's a couple of pounds. So anyhow, we'll just say 187. And we're going to keep on fighting a good fight. And those that are following the channel, and the ones that I'm following that have worse cancers than I have, get on that about you know, if you're not already emailing me and subscribing, and then follow the smartpatients.com. Get on there and sign up. Got a lot of good folks out there help you. There's a young man. I don't even really have his name. He's having some issues, and I subscribe to him. I think I'm the only one even leaving comments. Maybe the only subscriber. But young man, you know, you're in your 50s. Don't let that, you got just a spot on your esophagus. You got to take a look at this old bears. In some of the pictures I showed back when I was in Baylor, I looked like a ship been wrecked and somebody drove an ice pick through a tunnel. And it's stage 4 and it's outside the 4th layer. So young man, get on that about for Bears Rod Shop. You get my email address and you start emailing me, because a lot of stuff I don't like to put down in the comments. Okay? I'm telling you, I'll help you, and that'll help you and your family get through this. All right, here we are. Three more radiations done, and my daughter's with me today, so then you know, that was a blessing to have her drive over, and I'm gonna go in there and watch the Texas Rangers. Hopefully, they will beat the Houston Astros, get into playing into the World Series. About time, Rangers. About time. All right, Brian Hayner, Brian over BC Block, all my creators, and thanks, Chuck over at Outside Screwball. Yeah, I was missing you. Sure was. I was hoping something went wrong. And so anyhow, get you back up there on a camera. And Dean and Maddie and Joe Pye, you was going to finish the turning bucket, the modifications. I know. You're busy. Let's finish that up for, I'm looking at the grass from the wrong side of the hill, because I want to see the modifications to that tumbler that you put on the lathe. And Steve Summers and, you know, Elizabeth and Curtis and Karen. And anyhow, it goes on and on. All right, I'm still kicking for one more week, and I'm going to plan to, hopefully, good Lord willing, be here next week to give you another update. We're out of here. Bears Rod Shop, big old Boyd, Texas.